Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, the 13th of April. I'm back in the reading nook with a cup of tea and more parcels to unbox. So yeah, it's perfect unboxing weather out here in the nook. It's bright, slightly chilly and sunny, but yeah, hot cup of tea, it's fine. So here we go with the next parcel. This is from Waterstones, so it's going to be a book. I'm going to do something different. Just there we go. Oh, there we go. I'll get hold of this. Okay, so what I've got here is a copy of Slough House by Mick Herron. And let's see, just okay, here we go. Kill us. They've never needed to kill us, said Lamb. I mean, look at us. What would be the point? A year after a calamitous blunder by the Russian Secret Service left a British citizen dead from Novichok poisoning, Diana Taverner is on the warpath. What seems a gutless response from the government has pushed the service's first desk into mounting her own character offensive, but she's had to make a deal with the devil first. And given that the devil in question is arch manipulator Peter Judd, she could be about to lose control of everything she's fought for. Meanwhile, still reeling from recent losses, the Slough horses are worried that they've been pushed further into the cold. Slough House has been wiped from service records, and fatal accidents keep happening. No wonder Jackson Lamb's crew are feeling paranoid. But have they actually been targeted? With the new populist movement taking a grip on London streets and the old order ensuring that everything's for sale to the highest bidder, the world's an uncomfortable place for those deemed surplus to requirements. The wise move would be to find a safe place and wait for the troubles to pass. But the slow horses aren't famed for them making their wise decisions. So this is the 7th book in the series by Mick Herron. Basically, the Slough House or Slow Horses series, essentially about espionage has-beens who have either committed an error of judgment or an act for basically of outlived their usefulness and have been shoved off into essentially what they call a window job to do pointless tasks and just basically be ignored by the British Secret Service, MI6 or MI5 or whatever, but MI6 essentially, and each of the characters who comes through Slough House, which is a mouldering building above a really rough sort of like Chinese restaurant or cafe or something like that, is a vile. It's not a vile place, but it's just mouldering, going to seed. And the main character, Jackson Lamb, basically who's in charge of this essentially semi-department, is pretty much like that. He smokes on the job, he breaks wind, he'll pick his toes in meetings, and he pretty much doesn't give a damn about his job. He doesn't give a damn about the people under him, unless he's really pushed to, or he's loath to. He does at times. And what's terrific about this is it's really writing an espionage story from a different angle. You think espionage stories, you think John le Carré and or with Smiley, or the James Bond kind of thing, Ian Fleming, but this writes from a different angle where they are has-beens. They're out to pasture and they're gone. Now all these books have all been really pleasure to read. Great characterization, good stories, and characters who really have failings, and basically their failings have got them sent, essentially, as the phrase would be in this company, sent to commentary. Not literally, but as far as the service is concerned, sent to commentary. But every time it's kind of like they get involved in the shenanigans of what's going on with the service itself, because the service tends to overreach itself, and sometimes Slough House has to sort of like interfere, step in, and almost justify its continued existence. I mean, these are they're thrillers, but they're funny. They're darkly funny. They're well written. They are written against a background of British politics, so you can see certain parallels with certain political figures in here. I think the character I mentioned in the basically in a flap, Peter Judd, is very like our own Prime Minister. He's not quite Prime Minister in these stories yet. I can see it happening. I mean, there's been another character who is a bit like Michael Gove. So you can draw the parallels as you want. So it's part of political commentary. It's part, and there's there's a populist movement. I don't know exactly what that is, but I can imagine, given the politics of the past 10 years. This, though, I'm looking forward to reading, because if you're wondering, okay, you know that I read a lot of role-playing books because I review a lot of role-playing books, and sometimes I want to change, and this is one of my books which I changed to. It's sort of like detective stroke espionage fiction. It's from a different angle. I tend to sort of like pick something from a slightly different angle, but this series is great. I would love to see it develop for television. It's very televisual. One of the things that you can read it, you can imagine you can have in your mind certain actors to play certain parts. And I'm sure that if you went on the discussion series for this, blogs or websites for this series, then people would discuss essentially whom they would cast as the particular characters. So yeah, that's Slough House. Very different kind of spy thriller. Entertaining and basically quite fraught as well. So if you've not read these, thoroughly recommend them. Some in the series so far, and there's a couple of novellas as well, which you can find to buy. So yeah, Slough House, I'm looking forward to reading this when I get the chance. So if you've enjoyed this slightly different unboxing in the Nook, please click the like button down below. If you've got any comments or feedback, then please do take the time to post them. I do read them, do try and respond. And lastly, if you want to see yet more videos of me sat out here with my cup of tea, then please subscribe, and you'll be alerted to basically yet more of these videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.